Hi guys. We'll be starting in just a few minutes, so relax, sit back, and we'll start. My friend's doing the go around today, so here she is. So give her a few minutes to get set up, guys. Please like and subscribe. We'll be doing our review. This is just our day trade review that we do. We try to do this every Sunday through Thursday. And if you like what we're doing, you appreciate what we're doing, please like, subscribe, and give us a comment or two. Now, my friend Miss Munoz, she's just going to set up her screen
Yes,
and
ma'am.
share her screen with us.
Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope everybody had a successful trading day. I will give you a little bit of summary of what happened today for those who didn't get a chance to trade today, or perhaps just were taking a little setback or whatever. But basically, it was a green day. You can see that the NASDAQ went up 2%. It had a horrendous day yesterday, so now it did a bounce back. S&P was close to 1%. Dow Jones, 0.31. You can see the volatility was cray cray again. VIX was cray cray, and you can actually trade this, traders. This is a trading instrument, and if you're interested, you can. It's some people dedicate their lives to trade this. I found. Um, of course, it's green tomorrow. I recommend, and this is just a recommendation, to be careful, extra, extra careful tomorrow because tomorrow is the FOMC meeting where the Federal Reserve makes a lot of decisions of interest rate. And usually that day, if you thought it was volatile today, tomorrow it's like, being on a roller coaster, up and down, cray, 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 cray. But yes, just use your judgment. If you're gonna trade tomorrow, don't be using large amounts. Just take it easy. Maybe, if you usually trade, let's say 100, maybe trade 30 or something like that. That's just my recommendation, but what do I know? Let's see, Finviz, I'm gonna give you a little bit of the same thing, but more of a visual of what happened today. You can see everything is mostly on the green, although actually a lot of stuff is actually on the red. But the big guns were showing off, so that's why the market was green. But you can see the customer defensive, industrials, utilities, everything was kind of green. Sorry, kind of red. Um, and then
It's
technology.
basically the reverse of yesterday. NASDAQ was red, so you're going to be more green today, and then everything else was green yesterday. They're going to be more red.
So you can see the winner here was NVDA. It was at a good floor. So if you got some shares today, you did excellent. Apple has earnings tomorrow. Microsoft has earnings tomorrow. And I believe the famous Tesla has earnings tomorrow. And I will just verify that it is in the afternoon or after market, um, just for those who are interested to know when exactamente. Oh, sorry, I went in the wrong thing. Oops, that's 2024. Usually it's in the first one. Oh, because I'm not in Google. Okay, so for today, we got SAP, RTX, Boeing had earnings today, as we had noted yesterday. But tomorrow, here are the big guns. Microsoft, aftermarket, Meta aftermarket, Tesla aftermarket. Before market, you got ASML, T-Mobile, ServiceNow, IBM, and Danaher Corporations, and of course, ADP. So those of you who are interested in those, that was just a little synopsis. Okay, so let's get into the winners and the losers. Okay, so the winner of today's uh longs was open and it went up to $1.51. Um, and you can see here on the minute chart, it was just could set it and forget it. We don't recommend trading trash stocks anymore. But if you do, um, just use your own judgment. You can see it might be doing a little breakout, but it could be misleading with tomorrow FOMC. This could reverse. Um, so yeah, it did a pop up, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Then the second winner, and we're not surprised, too much surprise about this, is NVDA. It had a horrendous day yesterday where it dropped to like 17% from Friday to Monday. So now it went and did a reverse. And you can see that it's going to continue maybe a couple more days, maybe after the FOMC, because it's in a floor. And we had said if you're going to purchase this, wait until it gets to 120. And here it is. People are buying it back. So this was just the news about DeepSeek and AI in China that it made it drop like a rock. And now people are saying, whatever, let's get this party on, and they're buying it back. So I actually made money both ways, up and down. Yesterday down, today a little bit up, and I made some decent dinero, not a lot like cray cray, but I did make both plays. Third in line is Mansana. It's been having fabulous last couple of 5 days actually with this hammer here, and I would say that was Wednesday. And ever since then, ever since this hammer, it's just been, going cray cray. It broke out, and it's a little bit misleading because tomorrow is going to be reporting. So this could continue to go to 260, or they can just say, the market makers can say, please, the report wasn't all that great, and they could just bring it back down past this level. So just be very careful with this. And if you're gonna do some trading for it for earnings, I just recommend doing the options, because if you lose, you just lose whatever small amount you want to consider. But when you are putting stocks on this on earnings, it's very high risk. And that's that. Somebody was interested in looking at this. We consider this also a trash bin. This thing used to be about 200 and something dollars a long time ago. It actually got to 550. Whoever got that 550 and short it, and if he still has it, it's has some big moolah on it. But you can see for the most part, ever since then, it was doing good. Last three earnings or two have been losing money, not doing that great. And basically, the owners of this, they brought it up here, the market makers and the owners of this stock say, hey, let's bring it up to the top. People are going to think it's going to go to 1,000. And then, they kept it here and here. And now they have took their money here, and they're going to take their money down here, shorting it, because they're controlling it. So just be careful, that the average about 2021 was about here. This is the level that is the average, and below here about $28. Again, if you look at the bid and the ask for this, there's a big difference. So be careful with this stock. Softy also has earnings tomorrow. You can see that it had a fabulous day yesterday, and it even had an even more fabulous day today. That's kind of interesting that it's doing that in earnings. So just be careful. They can bring it just slightly up, tricking people, or they can just reverse it. So it seems to like the area between 440 and 400. The good level to buy it obviously was 426, and you can see that was proof of that. So yeah, if people have bought it here, they should take their money and run. Roku, who cares? Let's look at Meta and Google. and perhaps Boeing, and then we'll switch to the losers of the dia. Here's Meta, another one that's having earnings, I believe, on Thursday. It broke out this level right here, this level that we had set, and it has been going cray cray the last 2 days. Be careful again, it's really high, very far away from the moving averages. I would recommend, if anything, you would short it, but just maybe decide that post earnings. Um, and again, if you're gonna jump into an earnings, just do the options instead. Maybe one contract and see what happens. Because it's been going really up. It's really high up. It'll probably have good earnings, but the market makers could say, hey, people are gonna take their money and run. Google, we haven't really looked at this in a long time. It's not at a bad zone, but I would say this is the perfect buying zone right here, 175, 170. This I believe this also has earnings too, coming up. Let's see, in 7 days. So next week. Um, so you can trade it this week. Next week, I would suggest uh, keep your arms far away from it until the earnings happen. Boeing, let's see the results for Boeing today. Um, Somebody predicted this, that they would have horrible earnings, and that person was correct. You could see it was 141.80% into the down. This company has been just been hitting left and right. Even though it's been hitting left and right, you can see that it has been going up, but with this earnings, hey, it could continue. The market makers could decide to keep it moving up, even if it's not doing that well right now. Um, it used to be $260. This is a really bad wick, and it's very red, very hangerish like. So it could continue to go down, especially with those earnings. Okay. QQQ, I like QQQ. It bounced up today. It had horrendous day yesterday, and now it's bouncing back up. Be careful tomorrow with the FOMC because the QQQ and the SPY move a lot as well that day. Let's see. Let's look at Kava in a minute because somebody likes looking at that. Loser of the day was Walgreens. Beyond Meat. Let's Beyond Meat is $4. Sorry, 5.96 at the moment. $6. Sorry. 3.98. My bad. At 3.98. Um, we don't think people are gonna be still eating this fake meat. So um you can see from the trend line, it's just a dumpster fire. It had a beautiful hanger yesterday. Red today is just gonna continue. So don't get that trash. And it's already on hard buy anyway. That means it's gonna be hard for you to get it to short it. Ford also on hard buy, has a hanger. So like we had said before, it was probably gonna go in level set. As we had indicated, it reversed. It's continuing on its reversal. If you're gonna get it at $4. Um, that's what our recommendation is. Mu, Rivian, um, Intel. Intel's gonna have earnings too on January 30th. XOM is also gonna have earnings on January 31st. AZO, let's look at this. Oh, interesting. Had a humongous red hanger yesterday. It's really far away from this 3072 line. Um, it's a beautiful stock. It's just very expensive. It's always going up. Nobody's gonna stop buying automobile paraphernalia. And yeah, if it gets to the 200 moving average, you should consider it if you have that kind of moolah. Nikete. Here's the opportunity again. It's still in between this range, between 75 and $70. Is doing a little down, but this thing is going to go up. So if you have an opportunity to purchase it, go ahead. I would not knock it. Let's look at Disney. I believe this has earnings next week as well. It had earnings, good earnings last time. It's been going downward, and now it's kind of moving back up. I like it at the $100 price or 80. Target, we haven't looked at that in a minute. Um, let's see. Prior earnings were really bad. Let's see if it does better this time. Okay. Let's see. So we went over most of the stuff. Let's look at McDonald's and Bank of America and AO, NAL, and then let's call it a day. Here's McDonald's. Of course, as we had indicated from before, the price to get it at was 280 or so, and now it's bouncing back. It's respecting this line right here, is bouncing. If you are considering it, that's actually it's a good one because it was right here. It's broken out, and it could continue to move up to that 320. Not bad. If it for some reason does a little dip, I would consider it. I would consider it. Our nemesis fresh pet is oh, it's a beautiful hanger right here today. We cannot believe this thing has gone so ridiculous up, and we just can't believe how awful it has gone. This thing is not even making that much big money. But here's the hanger. If you're considering purchasing this, consider a short. Here it is. It's far away from the moving averages, 159.50. Yes, that's it. Let's see Bank of America and EBC for a second, see how the banks are doing. Looks like Bank of America sort of broke out a little bit from this area, but then it had a down day today. Banks have been doing really good. They're really far away from the moving averages though. So let's see if it breaks out from here. If not, it could continue. Um, it could go down a little bit, but this is where we want to kind of observe it, see if it does a breakout from the top $48. Let's look at EBC. EBC, similar situation, except it's cheaper. Um, it's been having a very fine trajectory since February or even November, of course. Been going up, up, up. It's here. It did sort of a breakout, went back down. We have to see if it does break out from here because that's the top. But if you're considering purchasing it, just wait for that $16 mark that Miss Green had indicated here. Obviously, if it gets back down here, that's even better. But that's going to take a little while. Americana, I haven't looked at this in a long time. As indicated by this, this thing is gonna start maybe consider going down because people have taken their money. So if they purchase it in August and they already doubled their money, please take your money and run. Not a bad zone to purchase. Like I said, test it. But here's where you want to purchase it. $14, even better if it's 13. Obviously, 10 is not going to get there anytime soon, but if it does get to 14, that's where you want to get it at. Um, let's look at Tesla. Tesla's going to have its earnings, so be careful tomorrow, especially. It's going to go very volatile, but if you're brave and you really like the stock and know it very intimately, like some people do, just use your discretion. Don't maybe not go into 100 shares, maybe just go 75 or 100 because it could go cray cray tomorrow, especially in the after hours. And then CVNA. Carvana. Um, it looks like it's going a little bit back up even after this hanger here. They're trying to trick people. If it gets back up here, probably that's the best way to short it as well. But it's gonna probably reverse tomorrow or something with the FOMC's meeting. And then Carvana's nemesis, Cava. Um, it's been doing really good on earnings. This is a relatively p- recent stock that has been in the exchange. You can see it's been here since July of 2023. And it doesn't, it's, it's a baby stock, but it's been doing very well. It got up here to 174 or so, 170. It looks like it's been going down. So I would purchase it at $100. I would purchase it at $100. Just wait till it gets to 100, 110, $100. That's what I would recommend. And it's been, higher, lower highs. So you don't have to rush to get this and maybe put a notification about that. Okay, last but not least, let's look at Dollar Tree, still bouncing around here at 75. Um, Not much movement. Let's see what the earnings play decide for this. We'll we'll keep a close eye on it. Actually, we have plenty of time. And that's it. If you have any questions, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please be careful tomorrow. Manage your risk. And if you do decide to trade, and be extra careful between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock hour. That's when Jerome Powell is going to be talking. Um, anyway, have a good evening. Have a great day. Hope your day was successful, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out. Any comments, questions, Miss Verde?
No, like and subscribe. Bye.
Peace out.